worth a shot. You never know who might be out there.
Wanna know who's out there? Nobody. Death.
Okay, so we're going to be doing something different this week. I've been promising that I would show you guys my zombie short films from college. Basically, there's a lot of people in the comment section that are always like, well, if you're going to criticize this film so much, why don't you make your own zombie movie? Well, I kind of did back in college, 3 of them, to be precise. Yeah, I'm just going to go through these today. It's not going to be my in-depth analysis type videos. Each of these movies that I had to put together, just short films, but we only had 2 to 3 weeks to do the script, to get everything ready. And with 2 of these, we weren't even allowed to have dialogue. And I just got a bunch of stoner friends together, and they helped me with a lot of the second and third one and the first one. And this is what happened. I made 3 college short films, all labeled Decay and Desperation. I don't know why I gave it the initials of D&D. I never played D&D. I don't want to beat around the bush anymore. Let me show you guys what I'm going to be talking about today. These are the 3 short films I made in college. I majored radio, television, and film. Took 2 filmmaking classes, and this is what came of it. This was my first zombie film. Hopefully, we're not going to get copywritten because the 28 Days Later theme does play. Let me go ahead and show you that. So I'm going to have to stop quite frequently. By the way, if you want to watch any of these, go to my second channel, WSG Streams. The full videos will be up there. And we were just slapping stuff together. So the fun thing is, with the horror genre, when it comes to black and white, plus we had to do this in black and white, the horror genre is really fun to work with because when it comes to blood and guts, it doesn't have to be red. You can use chocolate syrup. I think we actually covered him in chocolate syrup and I think like tomato soup and stuff, but chocolate syrup looks like blood in black and white, so it turned out pretty good. This is my buddy Ryan back in the day. Yeah, you can see the effects are really good for the gore. We decided, okay, we're already starting off with a good one. Like I said, I got a bunch of my friends. This is one of my stoner friends. I think his name was Garrett at the time. We were filming at a playground. So my friend Garrett showed up. He was like, yeah, I could do something real quick, but I gotta go. And he had roller skates on to get here. I was like, dude, that's perfect. Keep the roller skates on. You'll be roller skating zombie. And here he is skating around there. Isn't that nice? And so I think I only had about 5 or 6 people that could have been zombies. So my friends all got zombied up and whatnot. And I was like, well, we need a dead body to eat. And I don't feel like making a dead body prop. I told my friend John, can you just be a dead body that's getting ripped into? So he went limp and he had his body draped over the table. He had a problem walking for the rest of the day because I think we took like an hour getting shots of just this. Yeah. Well, my friends Jared and Shannon over here, we told them, really good angle here. So my friend Jared here, he tends to laugh a lot, and I was like, you need to look serious, like you're like, what the hell's going on over here? You can tell his face, he knows the camera's looking at us, so he's trying not to, the face, yeah. You can tell he's trying his damnedest not to laugh. But, when I was showing this to my filmmaking class, everything was kind of serious. Then we see this guy zoom by. So, I guess it didn't show the part where he lunges in on him. You can just see him. He's like right here. You can barely see him. I bet I did a bad positioning of how to show how this would happen. But then you hear the bite sound effect. I criticize zombie movies all the time for like, oh, it doesn't look like he got bitten. Yeah, so this happened. It looks like he gets bitten. I put in some like sound effect that was a stock sound effect. So he gets bitten. We're freaking out now. Okay, and then I tell all my zombie people to roam on in. And they just now start running. If you get bitten in the neck, you are not going to be running that slowly. Like the sound effect there, though. Okay, and everyone's limping in and whatnot. We actually had a girl here, a little girl that saw us doing that. She's like, I want to be a zombie too. So we're like, okay, let's get her all dressed up and whatnot. I think the parents are still trying to get royalties to this day. I'll give you $100 next time I see you. Then my buddy Brett was like, you know what? I'm going to go full zombie mode. Good stuff. And then here's where the copyright's probably gonna kick in. Here's the thing I hate most about this. This is the video I'm going to be criticizing the most. My friend Ryan's the only zombie. Everyone else had to go to work, go home, or do something that day. He was the only one that could show up to do the second day of shooting. We only were allowed 2 or 3 days of shooting. So he's panicking. Her phone's not working. She smashes it. And just in the nick of time, the door opens. +1 sin. So he goes in. Busts at the door, shuts it. So he starts barricading the door. She runs upstairs. This is my old apartment again. And then suddenly he becomes a 28 days later like zombie and just starts banging at the door. And if you didn't notice something when he opened the door, this is when the music really kicks in, and I'm really afraid of copyright. Alright, so they barricade themselves up in the room. They're setting up. We get more shots of him banging at the door. Oh no, he left his keys in the door! You idiot! Okay, so I'm gonna skip ahead. He's making sure she's safe. And I was like, okay, I don't have any guns. I did not own any guns at this point. So we had an airsoft shotgun, I think, whatever this was. Don't quote me for it. Yeah, there you go. Looks like a shotgun. So she hands her the gun. And he's like, you have to do it. So we know the rules of what zombies do. He knows he got bit. He's going to be turning. So he's like, babe, you got to kill me. And we got to do it quick. So here's the thing with not having the script. He's just like, yeah, It was all a little pantomiming going on. Just, we're insinuating that you have to do this. She kisses him on the forehead. It's like, I love you, babe. I'll never forget you. By the way, this was my room in college. If you can't tell, I was really into classic rock, and you can also see The Walking Dead there. So a little inspiration, you know? But she lines up the shotgun shot, and yeah, he's not looking too happy. I probably should have directed him to look a little bit more scared in the eyes of the barrel of a shotgun. He's just like, oh, I'm about to die. I know there's going to be some gun aficionados coming up in the chat saying this does not sound like a shotgun. But here's what it looks like when you get shot in the head by a point-blank shot from a shotgun. Yeah. Not everything would turn black. You would just, everything would go blurry. Not that your head would have exploded or anything, but I was a 22-year-old kid in college trying to get a zombie movie out there. I was like, hey, a gun. Hey, you got bit. Let's blow your head off. So this is my favorite part, was shooting this right here. So they break open the door. You remember we only had one zombie breaking at the door? Well, magically, they busted open. I forgot I left a Coca-Cola can here while we were shooting. When he runs up, there was not even a table here. There wasn't any Coca-Cola. The continuity of this universe, this cinematic universe, is in shambles. This Coca-Cola can out of nowhere. Not only that, but it gets knocked over, spills everywhere. And there you go. That's what it looks like when you get shot in the head by a shotgun. So now she has to sit there. They're coming up. I really like this shot here. I was really happy with this. And this was fun too. So we have them, they know exactly where she was. The time was running out. I think we could only make this under 4 minutes. So I had to start rushing how things were going. She's waiting for the door to get broken down because it only has a little lock that's going to get broken down. She has this banshee scream. Go ahead and listen to it. Yeah, I don't know how she got that guttural scream to sound like that. That was with no sound effects. Power to her and that voice. I hope you're in a singing career. In death metal. So now she's coming to terms with, what do I do? Try to shoot every single zombie in this blocked off room? What do I do here? And I told her, it's like, you gotta look emotional. I don't know why I did the zoom in on her face like this. We have more of that banshee scream. And my friend hates me for making this. She would never watch this. She hates how she looked in this. I think you look beautiful, girl. But she hated me for this. And they pour on in, eat them all alive. So in an original cut, I forgot, right as this happens, you hear a gunshot. It's supposed to insinuate that she shot herself, but I forgot to add that. So yeah, that was my first ever short film that I ever made in live action. So let's go ahead and zoom into the next one. So everyone knows the sequel is probably the better one, right? Or that's usually where the franchise starts to go down in the trilogy. So let's see. This one's called Decay and Desperation 2, Time Worse Than. So the quality here is bad because We had to record these in 480p. Yeah, I was in a college filmmaking class and we recorded all of these short movies in 480p, not 720p. So sorry if it looks low res. Also, that plane bit where it kind of just crashes in, that was a last minute thing where I looked up, saw the airplane going by, recorded it, and I was editing it, and I was like, oh, it's World War Z. It crashes the plane, boom. It shows the zombie apocalypse is really serious. So yeah, that was my reasoning there. Now I don't have to keep cutting because of the music. There's no copywritten music this time. And I think we did a better job with the zombie makeup here. This guy was fidgeting around. He knew his zombie lore. I screwed up the lore again. You know how I said that she shot herself in the director's cut? Well, since the original cut's the one that came out to release, she actually turned into a zombie. So, and then we have our two protagonists sitting on top of a parking garage, just looking at safety. So this is more of a commentary on the humans rather than the zombies and what we do to survive.
Boo! You stink!
So my friends Britton and Murmur here, they were kind enough to let me film them, so I was like, okay, we just got to figure out what we're doing. Murmur's supposed to be the reasonable one, and Britton here, he's just being nice and whatnot, but they're fighting over resources. I was like, you need to look pissed off for this can shot. So I told him, it's just like, try to open this can with a knife, but fail at it. And the way he just does it, and he's like, take the can, I can't open it. He's like, I don't know why he grasps his stomach there. I think he gets like shoved, or maybe he cuts himself there. I don't know why I told him to do that. You know, when you see something you did 7 years ago, you tend to forget all the stuff of why it happened. It's just like, you can't tell me what to do. I'm gonna drink all the water we have left. I feel bad about this cut here. He starts down in the water, and we just get this like deadpan shot of him like, what are you doing, bro? And as an act of defiance, as the zombies are strutting about near below, I tell him to cut the bottle of water as a statement. So you don't have any water, you have like what, 2 jugs of water in there? I tell him to cut the bottle, and he throws it as some kind of statement. I'm looking back at of all the zombie movies I've criticized, why would anybody in their right mind do that? Like, I get it, emotional stuff and whatnot, but I had to throw this script together in less than 2 weeks. Yeah, he throws the water bottle. So he screams because he's pissed off, and that alerts the horde. I don't know where I got this sound effect, though. I was happy with this shot, though, because I couldn't have him hang more off, so this is the best I could do, have his head kind of drape over 4 or 5 stories high. So he sees the zombies coming in, and he's like, oh, we screwed up. So this is probably my favorite shot, was them running in and whatnot. I was very happy with how this turned out. Had more zombie this time around, by the way. And so he's sitting there like, what have I done? Who have I become? What am I? I know the rules of the zombie apocalypse. How can I scream like that? How can I make noise? And what have I done to my friend? So he offers him a hand. We're in this together, man. So he picks him up, and the zombies are slowly approaching. Like I said, I don't know what this sound effect in the background was. This is like a dead baby and some kind of Dead Space thing going on. Should have used the Left 4 Dead sound effect. Now, funny thing about that guy going by, they did a really good job of being zombies here, but watch the guy in the back. He sat there and dragged his foot all the way up the parking garage. I think he had like bloody blisters all over his feet after that. I think he was like bleeding. I was really happy with this shot here. The black and white really accentuated this. It looked like some 28 Days Later shit, and I was really happy with how that turned out. Especially with the light there. I was very happy about that. But everyone is doing pretty good here. They know zombies are coming. They're just staring at each other. This long stare. So we have a zombie horde approaching, making all these footsteps and whatnot. They don't hear them coming. They're just sitting like, I'm mad. I'm mad. If you ever watched this, guys, the guys that were a part of this 7 years ago, I'm sorry for the shots that we put on your faces. That's just a pissed off look, man. But they're mad at each other, so it makes sense. So we got them slowly approaching. He's still skating his foot, poor guy. They're still staring at each other. Like, oh, wait, they're zombies. That's right. The way he shuts it here is just like, keep that. That was fucking cool. That was awesome. Hell yeah. That sound effect there at the end, that was another stock sound effect. That didn't even sound like a zombie. It sounded like, you know that scene in Space Jam where all they're turning into monsters and stuff? That's what it sounds like to me. But yeah, they peel out and they get away. Now, as an added bonus, here's some behind the scenes stuff. This is the only time you see me in all of it. That's the only time you really see me. That's me over there. I think I was like a dead body in the background, actually. I love this shot here because it was the scene where we threw the water bottle. You're like, okay, throw it as close to the camera as possible. Cream the shit out of the mic. And keep in mind, these cameras were owned by the college campus, and they said if we break it, it was like $7,000. Dude, I'm already $50,000 in student debt.
Epic zombie battles of history!
They're just living their lives, man. Look at the girls go. Okay, and this last one, this is my least favorite one. This is the third and the final part of the trilogy of Decay and Desperation. Compared to the first two, I had 2 or 3 other people helping me do the camera work, the audio work. I was not good setting up the camera. I was actually pretty lazy about that. I was always about directing instead of setting up all the equipment. So you're gonna notice a sharp decline in camera quality, angles, cinematography. This is the first time we're also allowed to have a script and actually have dialogue. But here you go. God. So, as you can see, there's this like big construction lot they have just leveled everywhere. And I saw this bulldozer, and I was like, oh my God, that would be a perfect opportunity for someone to run in there. He's trying to get there to safety to shut it behind him and have the zombies attack him. So we shoot all this. And so the whole point is he means to shut the door behind him. And then he gets attacked. They overwhelm him. And so that's how this part ends, is these intros I do are just completely unrelated from the main cast. I tried to do kind of a country, like have the girls singing stuff like Walking Dead with Beth. Like they did that. I thought it was really cool cinematography. I thought it was the coolest stuff ever. The funny thing about this part is we shot this just 10 minutes later. The cops show up and said, we might have to arrest you because and that violates some kind of law. I don't remember the specifics of it. If we have some law professionals here or law enforcement gentlemen. Yeah, they said they could arrest us or they could charge us like a $2,500 fine or something. It's like, okay, we already shot everything. Screw it. I'm going to put it in there anyway. But yeah, we almost got arrested over this shot here because we had everyone piling into a bulldozer that could have turned on if the keys were still in the ignition. So, but yeah, that was the opening. And this is the title, the Siren song. There's a reason it's called the Siren song. Gotta have the close-ups of the zombies and whatnot. So the girl that sings in this actually did a fantastic job with the zombie makeup. I think we used toilet paper, fake blood, and some other stuff. But she did a really good job here. Like right there, I was just like, damn. Well, it doesn't make sense how he has these kind of wounds. Are those bullet hole wounds? And if they are, how are you alive? Are they bites? But still, really good job for just somebody throwing this all together. Also, you might have noticed this is all in color. We weren't allowed to do the black and white stuff anymore. So it's really hard to make stuff look good in color when you're on a low budget. And then that zoom. So this is where everything starts going to hell. So I had to film these at different parts of the day, and there's a reason when you shoot movies, you have to do certain parts of the day, and when it hits a certain time, you just got to move on to the next day. I didn't have that luxury. So you're going to notice it goes from like 2 p.m. brightness to 6 p.m. dusk. So yeah, this is shot at like 3 p.m. super bright. You might have noticed when right here, it's already dusk. I had to turn the shading down to make it look like it's all part of the same day. And yeah. So you're going to hear the first bits of dialogue that I ever written for a movie. It's pretty cringy.
There hasn't been anything on the radio for weeks, man. Why you been trying?
It's worth a shot. You never know who might be out there.
Wanna know who's out there? Nobody. Death.
I'm just going to rewind that.
Nobody. Death.
No, there's nobody. Yeah, there's nobody out there. Yeah. So this is the best shot we got because we kept getting interfered with. The canon in my head, I was going to make a sequel and I was going to make it like Bus to Busan. I was going to say this bus was full of zombies. Yeah, the timing of that couldn't have been worse.
It's worth a shot. You never know who might be out there.
Wanna know who's out there? Nobody. Death. That's it.
That's your opinion.
Yeah, okay.
And just as I'm saying that, another car passes by, and we have college students being pedestrians walking by, not being zombies. So it was a train wreck.
Ever since this thing started, you've been nothing but pessimistic. And you know what?
That's the car breaking down, by the way.
Wait! Damn it! No!
You were saying?
Shut the hell up!
But as you can see, it's middle of the day, but I had to turn it down. It's so bad.
I don't know what to do.
Neither do I.
I can't get over this. We couldn't wait. I guess it wasn't even mine. Just like, well, let's just wait for no cars to show up and we'll get this recorded real quick. I just never paid mind to cars going by. We're just going to pretend like that's not a thing. But the car's broken down. It's super bright still.
Man, I don't know, but we can't be standing around here if night comes. Hey! 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 Hey!
She runs up, and I told David, it's like, oh, get her attention. Talk to her.
Hey!
Hey! And so they're like, oh, let's approach each other. Oh my God, we haven't seen each other. Let's make noise. Roar's like, what the hell are you doing? And look how dark it got. Oh my God. Oh! This is why I'm never going to make a zombie movie. And if I am, I'm just going to be a writer. I cannot do cinematography. This is so awful. The times of day switch so often. It switches more than people's opinions on Twitter. Okay, so they hug each other.
Alice, it's been so long.
Yeah, I know.
I can't believe you're still alive.
Yeah, I've been holding up.
These fucking laughs.
So, who is this?
It's Alice from high school, don't you remember?
I didn't go to the same high school as you.
That's right. This is Alice from high school.
Alright, we're burning daylight. We need to find a place to stay.
I really, really wanted to make it sound natural. David did a good job being like, don't you know, it's Alice from high school. But, it turns out so cringy.
Let's stay in the car, then we don't have to find anything.
Well, my friend Shen has a place near here. We could check that out.
Okay. Lead the way.
Alright.
Come on.
And I thought this shot was so cool. I was like, oh, let's transition to the moon. I couldn't keep my wrist straight because I'm sitting here on the ground doing this, trying to keep that $7,000 camera balanced. So the trilogy wraps all around. Here's the apartment once again. We got part one, the apartment's back. Part two, we brought Murmur back. So it's all technically part of the same trilogy, right?
Oh, man. So how long you been out here?
I've been out here a while.
before we keep talking, let's check this place.
See?
I guess that's a good idea.
Alrighty,
Minus one sin. He makes sure to check the place, but they didn't lock the door. Okay, so they're checking the place out, making sure everything's safe. As you can see, my not eulogy, but my affront to Danny DeVito is here. Okay, so they're like, okay, we need to go on our own. We need to talk this stuff over about the girl. But I realized recording for him was not good. We could not hear Murmur.
We can't keep her with us.
Why not?
I don't know what happened with the audio there. I think we're recording it, and then I played it back, and it was like, can't keep her with us. Why not? So I was like, can you guys record one more line?
We can't keep her with us.
Why not?
Holy crap, that does not sound like it's a part of the same movie.
We can handle it.
You could tell the audio was all over the place. You could hear the huss and everything. All right, she's checking supplies. Electricity's still on, apparently. I decided to keep all the lights on. Don't know why I did that. You'd think the zombie sins guy that criticizes everyone for still having power would have kept that in mind, but this is a couple years before I became the zombie sins guy. Oh. Wow. An acoustic. I can play that. She sits down, kicks up her feet, decides to start playing. And another post-edit thing I did not realize, because we recorded this and I was like, it would be cool if you play it, because this was not a part of it at all. The whole Siren song, because she's the siren, luring men into their demise. But the thing about it is, I'm going to let you notice something that I messed up in the continuity. You see anything here? You notice anything? Okay, keep an eye on what she's wearing. Okay. You notice anything here? Anything different about what she's wearing? Yeah, she's wearing the hat now. I, for some reason, forgot to tell her to take off the hat. So she magically grows a hat when she starts singing Johnny Cash. Alright. So he gets enchanted by the music. And the floors are creaking really bad. Like, okay, let's go listen. Hey. They're gonna pop a squat and listen for a bit. You know, I'm just sitting there like, yeah, there's zombies outside. They've been chasing us for a while. Whatever. I don't care. Let's go listen to this girl we just haven't seen in a while play guitar. But then we noticed something. Oh no! Oh, this is thumbnail stuff right here! Put a red arrow right here! Where's it go? Where do I point on my screen? Oh god, where do I point? Right there. Yeah, so she's bitten, and we discover this.
See, I told you we can't keep her here.
It's just a small bite.
Remember what happened when Jared got bit?
Just because it happened once doesn't mean it's going to happen again.
So Jared is the redheaded dude in the first one. That's the guy that got bit in the neck. Somehow they know he was bitten, and I thought that was okay to put in the script too.
She's going to be fine. Don't worry about it.
We can't have her around when she's bit.
Alice, a moment.
Just like, oh no, I just met these
tight
guys.
about everything.
I'm just looking out for us.
So she's starting to feel it. You feel it now, Mr. Krabs? She did a good job on the makeup there, though. And she falls asleep or dies.
We need more people. You're in it for the wrong reasons.
Wait.
This fight scene, I wanted to do a fight scene, a very small fight scene. You're doing this because you want pussy.
You're in it for the wrong reasons.
Wait.
And he gets offended by that remark. I was like, okay, so what you're going to want to do, David, you're going to punch Marmar in the stomach, but I didn't want him to get hurt. So there's the punch. I was happy with the transition here. So he's like, oh man, I just punched my friend. He fakes the punch and turns the TV on. Somehow it's a small button. Wakes up the zombie Alice.
What the hell, man? 20 or 30 of them could have heard that.
I didn't know it was going to come on.
See, this is what I meant by the audio not being good. It was just like, oh, everyone's going to hear that. Just like, you could have just pulled the mic back, maybe, or reshot that audio. Zach, come on, man.
Why you push me?
You ungrateful bastard. I've done so much for you.
I don't know where that dialogue came from either.
20 or 30 of them could have heard that.
I didn't know it was going to come on. You pushed me.
You ungrateful bastard. I've done so much for you.
God, this dialogue is so all over the place. So she's coming down the stairs, all achy breaky. He probably hurt himself. Here's the scene I am probably the most proud of in all of the trilogy, because it's so cornball, so awful, that I freaking love it. It's the exchange here. I'm just going to play it unedited.
Look, man, I was with this dude a few weeks back, and he died for stupid reasons. I don't want that to happen to you.
Look, man. I'm sorry, too.
I was so proud of this. It's like, okay, we're going to have her slowly approach. He's going to be apologizing, and David's going to be like, you're going to pay for pushing me. And then I was so proud of him saying,
Look, man. I'm sorry, too.
and I thought it was just brilliant cinematography of I'm sorry too, because it has two different meanings. I'm sorry for all this happening, but I'm also sorry that I'm allowing this to happen. And right here, I told her, it's just like, okay, you're just gonna nibble on him, make it look real if you can. She just went full primal on him. He actually had like dug in bite marks. She fully bit him. So that face you see there, that was actually the face of a man that's actually getting bitten. She bit the hell out of his neck. We actually got us a genuine scream. All right, so she's biting into him, devouring him. He escapes. And here is the worst thing. So it's at night, right? Nope, I forgot that we need to shoot this because we don't get the proper lighting at night. And we had to get the cameras returned. So there's all those zombies from earlier. The lights everywhere here. And I thought, let's have the music transition as he runs in the distance. As cars are still driving in the distance. As a bus goes by. Isn't it beautiful that we could see all these different parts of the day as he runs out? It's 2 p.m. It's 6 p.m. It's 3 p.m. It's 6:30 p.m. I did not keep it on a level to make it just transition right. This is how bad it is, man. And that's how it ends. Those were my 3 zombie movies I made in college. I have no right to criticize zombie movies. Someone can clip this in the future when it comes to making me look bad on Twitter. Go for it. I can't make a zombie movie for crap, especially in that 3rd one when I do it all by myself. I just wanted to show you guys that and what I did in college. A good waste of $50,000 right there. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. This is just a short video to throw out there. If you want to watch all these movies without me talking over them, go check out in the pinned comment, link down below in my description. It's on my other channel. All 3 movies, go watch them, go make fun of them. Anyways, that's enough for today. Thank you for my donators right here. Let me get that nice transition here. If you guys liked this kind of video, like and subscribe. I know it's not going to get many views, but I just wanted to make something different. We'll get back to the regular video content. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay happy, stay healthy, and most importantly, never forget, stay wow, baby.